Hi and welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be covering the term chargeback. So let's get started. So what is a chargeback? A chargeback is the process in which a consumer can have a transaction disputed. Now, disputing a transaction can occur for a variety of reasons. One could be for fraud. It could be because the good, the product, or the service was never received even though they paid for it. It could be because what they received was defective or not as described. So thanks to the Fair Credit Billing Act of 1974, a chargeback was created in order to help protect consumers. What this act did was allow consumers to feel protected in the cases of unauthorized charges, billing errors, fraudulent charges. Now, it's important to note that this act only applied to credit cards. Another important little tidbit that came from this act is that the consumer is not responsible for charges when they report that their card was either lost or stolen. So that act was for credit card. So what about debit cards and other electronic banking means? Well, that's where a different act comes into play. This is called the Electronic Fund Transfer Act. It became implemented in 1978, so 4 years after the Fair Credit Billing Act, and it's been amended a couple of times since then to account for new ways of transferring money, gift cards, other third-party processors, etc. But you want to know that the Electronic Funds Transfer Act doesn't cover undelivered goods or defective ones. So basically what these acts defined is that a consumer has up to 60 days to dispute a charge. So that means they went through their bank statement or their credit statement, saw that this charge was not something that they made or that they disagreed with, and so they either call the credit card company, or if it's in the debit card, they call the bank to dispute the charge. Now, if it was a credit card company, the credit card has up to 90 days to investigate the claim. For a bank, they have up to 45 days. If they find that the dispute is valid and therefore the charge should be lifted, then they have the power to go and retrieve those funds and give it back to the consumer. If they find that the charges are actually valid and therefore the claim is not, then nothing happens. And they give you the information to say, hey, no, it was considered an part of this charge, or you had approved it and the company had sent a letter with your signature stating yes. So let's talk about the chargeback in regards to the merchant, so the person or the company that gave you the goods, the services. Yet another fun set of laws that come into play. This isn't federal law. The other two acts were federal laws. This is an interstate law that is uniformly adopted, and it allows for things to be treated consistently across all 50 states. So it's called the Uniform Commercial Code, or UCC. So the UCC says that in the event of a chargeback, that the company or the bank has the right to withdraw the funds directly from the merchant's account. These funds are then withdrawn from the merchant's account and reissued to the consumer's account. Now, dependent on the merchant's company's account, there may be additional fees charged for a chargeback, and there could be additional penalties. Again, it's dependent on the merchant's processor. It's not really dependent on the consumer who issued the chargeback. So the chargeback, again, is intended to protect consumers, especially in cases of fraud. It put a cap and made sure that you weren't responsible for things that were out of your control or your card was stolen, etc. I hope that this quick little video about chargebacks gave you an idea of what they are and how to do it. Again, it's also dependent on the bank and the credit card, but most of the time you just call a customer service rep and they handle it for you. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comment below. Please do me a favor, give this video a like, share it with a friend, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!